Flinch, Episode 3, Wolf Girl Eats, by Bruce Jones and Richard Corbin.
A rusted bus marked Salvation rumbled down a lonely highway toward Angel Falls, packed with weary evangelists clutching Bibles and bottled faith. Among them was Peter Milken, preaching softly about the one thing even God might crave.
What could a being with everything still want? Milken decided it was a woman. As the bus entered the decaying town, the Reverend frowned. There wasn't a single church in sight. A battered sign read, "Wolf Girl Eats, 2 miles."
The group laughed it off as a perverse joke and decided to save souls after filling their stomachs. They stopped at a rotting diner that reeked of grease and mildew. Locals stared, whispering. The mute waitress served everyone the same blue plate special, no matter what they ordered. A man with rotten teeth mentioned a zoo nearby for a small price. Against better judgment, they followed him to a grim field of cages filled with starving beasts. The Reverend's eyes gleamed. These people, he said, had no television, no distractions, perfect candidates for conversion. Another man, however, grinned and spoke of something else, a creature called the Wolf Girl. That night beneath their revival tent, the Reverend spoke of sin and desire, claiming that perhaps God himself longed not for love but for power. Their audience was small and half drunk, but a flickering projector drew them in like moths. Later, a drunk led Milken and the others to see the wolf girl. For free, they followed him into the woods, where she crouched in a pit, naked, filthy, and wild, her red hair matted with dirt. Milken's breath caught when he asked who she belonged to. But the houses, the jade, the dust of men, the settlements. That night, Milken dreamed of her, heard her howls echoing in his mind. The Reverend caught him whispering her name and called him a sinner, accusing him of lusting after the beast. Milken argued that he only wanted peace, but the Reverend told him to purge his envy with faith. Milken refused. He wanted her gun from his head first and stormed into the night. At the next sermon, Sister Amy worked the projector while the Reverend screamed of persecution, of being hunted like the early Christians. The crowd howled in agreement until the Reverend realized half the town was missing. Gambling night. An old man grinned, saying it was the perfect hour to meet the wolf girl. Sweat clung to the Reverend's brow as he approached her pit, whispering that she needed saving. When he reached out, Milken lunged, blade in hand. He shouted that the girl was the devil, that the Reverend was already damned. The knife flashed. The Reverend stabbed Milken in the chest, killing him instantly. Cheers erupted.
The townspeople emerged from the shadows, laughing, revealing it had all been a show. Blood for entertainment. Horror filled the Reverend's face as they unleashed the caged animals.
The beast tore into him as Angel Falls burned behind them, the fires reflecting the oldest truth of all. Man was never God's creation, only his mistake. And that's all for tonight. Stay tuned, because another nightmare is already on its way.